this is Stacy Julian, and I'm here because I want you to feel successful in capturing and sharing your story. And in today's episode, we're going to talk about one of my most favorite topics ever in terms of scrapbooking, and that is photo album scrapbooks, because they are so very easy. So I'm going to start by just showing you one, and then I'll give you a little more detail. How's that? So look at this cute little thing in my hand. A photo album scrapbook is the ease of a photo album matched with the meaning of scrapbooking, and it enables you to get a lot of photographs scrapped quickly. Okay, so here's just a little inexpensive preservation style photo album. It's got a cute, I should just keep it close and talk about it. Got a cute little black and white photo on the front, and really all you need to do when you photo album scrapbook is pick a theme, something that you're going to focus on inside. So I'm going to use black and white families of my photo. Okay, wow, we'll try that again. Black and white photos of my family. What did I say the first time? Never mind. Okay, so, and I've gone through my files, and because you probably are shooting with a digital camera, you have thousands of pictures on your computer. So just sit down and scroll through them and pick 10 or 12 that you love from all different times and places, and make them black and white and print them out and put them in a little album together. Okay, I started this album a couple years ago when my kids were a little bit younger. And so before I came, I printed a few more black and white photos that I can add to my album. See how that happens? The reason you want to have a little album like this is because this is the kind of thing when the kid comes home from school and says, "Mom, I'm star of the week, and I need a poster, I need pictures about my family." Then you just hand them the cute little family album. And it's also the kind of album that you can tuck in your purse, that you can put in a child's nightstand. Scrapbooks come in all shapes and sizes. They don't have to be hard. And even if you're watching and you're not a scrapbooker, you can do this. You can do this. You can do this. Okay. All right. The next one I want to show you is a little bit more involved, but it's pretty dang cool. This is a concept that I call 180 days. My oldest little boy left for college, and we won't pause very long because I'll start crying if I have to talk about that. For his senior year, I came up with this concept called 180 days because there's 180 days in the school year, and I thought I would commit myself to taking one picture each day. So there's the title page. There he is on the first day of school. There's 180 days left before he graduates. And I captured all kinds of everyday life photos, his car, the sign at the high school, the sports schedule, okay? And if you flip to October, you can see, oh, we went to the Jack Johnson concert. That was super fun. There's 163 days left in the senior year. And if you go to November, there's 142 days left in the senior year. It's a great photo album scrapbook to count down his last year of school. Totally inexpensive, totally easy to do, and please don't get any grand ideas about the fact that, no, I didn't take a picture every day, because there are lots of days I forgot. So you need to be really flexible when you come up with a concept like this. And just be good to yourself, okay? Because there's lots of places that I just stuck in other filler type photos. Or I spent several, instead of having, I took 4 pictures at the game and I put them in the whole week. Does that make sense, what I'm trying to say? Does that make sense, Rick? Okay, thank you. So be good to yourself. The whole idea that you're even attempting something like this and that you want to capture in this level of detail someone's life, that's just a really good thing. And you can do it, okay? Let's flip all the way to June because we don't have 180 days to share this with you. And look, there are 13 days of the school left. And here, 10 days left. He's with his friends. We start that final celebration of everything good that happens. And I'm going to flip all the way to the end and just show you. There he is on his way to college, and there he is in his college dorm. Let's have a moment of silence for Mom. Moment of silence for Mom. There's that little boy starting kindergarten, and there he is graduating. Time flies, 1998 to 2011. This is a scrapbook. It's a photo album scrapbook, and it's absolutely 100% doable, and it's totally awesome, and you should do something like this. Now, here's the trick to getting it done, and I've talked about materials folders before, but here's the plastic folder that when I came up with this concept last September, I pulled all of my colors together, and I pre-cut little sheets of pattern paper that I could slip in. And here's my rub-ons that I used to rub on the days as we counted them down. And it's all together. Oh, here, I got to show you the biggest tip of all. Here's the school schedule that I used to count down, so I knew how many days of school were going to happen on each day of the month. Does that make sense? Okay, there's my colors. So it's kind of like my roadmap for a project like that, and you need to have that so that you're not scrambling to find everything when it's time to just print pictures and update your album. So I'm super proud of that one. That's just a cool photo album scrapbook. And I have one more to show you. And this is a scrapbook, and I've talked to you about having special files of pictures before. I want you to have a file of just some everyday life pictures. Okay, these are the pictures that hold, I guess, really our dearest memories when it comes right down to it. Total inexpensive photo album from Target again, okay? This one is called, I just stamped right on the front of the album, added like this little fabric thing, and I painted all over it. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and I called the album On Any Given Tuesday. So any of these pictures could have been taken on any Tuesday in our ordinary life, and I put We Live an Extraordinary Life, because life really is extraordinary in all of its ordinariness, okay? These albums are so easy to make because you're only dealing, I'm going to write the recipe right there to puff pancake, just so you know. Like as I was saying, they're so easy to make because you're only dealing with little 4x6 pages. So if you're intimidated by the whole idea of a big scrapbook that requires a degree in graphic design, don't worry about it. Get yourself a photo album, slip your pictures in with the idea that you're going to center them around a theme. Okay, there's a blank page because I'm going to show you how easy it is to do this. So I have some additional everyday life photos. So just everyday life, look, cleaning the van, the little flowers on my windowsill. I'll set that one aside because I'm going to do something with it. Okay, this one cracks me up. This is Chase. The tooth fairy kept forgetting to come. I heard she was like overseas, like in China or something. I was having a hard time getting there. In any case, it was like day 4, and Tooth Fairy still hadn't come. So Chase brought me to his room one morning, and he wrote a sign that says, "Dear Tooth Fairy, don't forget me." I thought that was kind of funny. Totally everyday life. Picture of the clock, mom with her camera. I love this. One of my little boys left me a little heart on my pillow one night. And notes. So let me show you how this works. Matter of fact, I love that one. Let's use that one. When I share the concept of photo album scrapbooking with people, they often go, yeah, but it's frustrating because all my pictures aren't vertically oriented. That's okay. What we're going to do is take this horizontally oriented photo. We're going to trim it at the 4-inch mark. Okay, just like that. Then we're going to take 2 pages. And when I say pages, 2 little 4x6 sheets of cardstock. Okay, and we're just going to attach one to that page and one to that page, and then that becomes 2 pages in our album. So that would be inserted, and it would become, see how that is that same thing that I just showed you. So even horizontal photos can fit in those 4x6 slots really easily. And then these, because I repeat that throughout my album, I'll see if I can find it again for you. And that's another thing that you can do to make your photo album scrapbook really easy is every time, set up pages that are similar, that kind of look the same. Okay, look how cute that is, just a bunch of little square punch pictures right in the middle. If I keep going, see? There's that horizontal photo, and I trimmed it just like I showed you, and then that's where I'm going to add my handwritten journaling. And you can see that I'm not done, but I've started on that page right there. Are you still with me? Awesome. Okay. And then on other pages, you can just start with, here's a photo, and I don't like that big, ugly. It's an everyday life photo. It's not very good, okay? So I'm going to just trim it a little bit, trim it on the top a little bit, and then with my glue stick, which I don't have, I'm going to put it down right there. I'm going to add a little strip of green along the bottom. I'm going to take some of and I basically work with a kit, some of the same product all the way through my album. Take some red, and I'll just run that right along there and trim that off, and see how I build little 4x6 pages. Can you see that okay? Even without my glue stick, I can totally do this for you. Watch this. Watch this. I'm super good. And I just trim off the excess paper. And that is just about the easiest scrapbook page you can make. And that can be slipped right inside my little photo album scrapbook. Okay? So what I want you to do is let go of the obligation that you feel to all of these pictures. Don't let your memories and your family grow up to be JPEGs. Or wait, I said that wrong. Okay, I totally just thought of this. A couple years ago, HP ran this ad campaign, and they said, Mama, kind of like the song, Mama, don't let your babies grow up to be cowboys. Is that how it goes, Rick? They said, Mama, don't let your Okay, wait, I'm gonna say it right. Mama, don't let your babies grow up to be JPEGs. That's what they said. Because you have thousands of pictures stuck on your computer, I want you to get some of them off. Let go of the obligation or the expectation that you think you should do something with all of your photos. And if you're not a scrapbooker. Embrace the freedom that you have to do something with some of your photos. And when you do, you're gonna have a lot of fun. And I already mentioned how I painted on the edges of my album. A lot of people are afraid of paint, and I don't want you to be afraid of paint. So I'm going to show you how easy this is. See those cute little painted circles? This is how it works. Okay? Take one of your cardstock, and I've got my paint right here that I put on the plate. The funny thing is I forgot my foam brush. It's okay. I can totally improvise. So I just spread my paint around so I have kind of a thin layer of paint on my plate. Wipe the excess off my finger, that's important. Take my little rubber stamp, go ba 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 ba, and then just stamp. And you can do some circles off the edge and some circles straight on your paper. Super, super easy. Don't be afraid. Let it dry, and then you can slip that in your photo album scrapbook and add journaling on top.